Hello students, how are you all? I hope everyone is doing good. In this video, we are going to learn the third poem, The Shade, written by the poet Frank Flynn from Honeycombed Textbook in English for Class 7. You'll find this poem in your textbook in page number 48. So the name of the poem is The Shade. So the shade means it is a small room away from the main house, especially for storing or keeping things, animals, tools, vehicles, etc. Okay, so that is called as a shade. So this poem is all about the a shade. You can see the picture, that is the shade. Okay, so the poet says that this is the shade or the small room which is away from the main house. It is located at the bottom of the poet's garden. Okay, so the poet here, he is going to talk about his childhood experience. So as a boy, what he felt about the shade. He has written everything in this very poem, and he had also explained through this poem. Okay, so students, today I'm going to explain this very poem called The Shade. So keep it in your mind, the name of the poet, that is Frank Flynn. Okay, now let us see the first stanza. There is a shade at the bottom of our garden, with a spider web hanging across the door. The hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. When I'm in bed, I lie and I listen. I'll open the door one day. So the boy, as a small boy or as a kid, he says that there is a shade at the bottom of their garden. And that shade seems to be a very old shade, which they don't go to that shade every day. And so it is not well cleaned also. It is dirty, okay? So in that shade, there is a spider web hanging across the door. The hinges are also dusty. Hinges means a flexible device that allows the pivoting of a door. When we open the door or when we unlock, when we lock it, we use the hinges. We can find hinges in the doors, okay, on the doors. So these hinges allow us to open, to lock, and to unlock. Okay, so the hinges in that very shade are rusty. You know what is rusty? Rusty means rust. Okay, so the hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. Creak means anything that produces sound, that refers to a sound. Okay, so the hinges are rusty, and so when the wind blows, it produces a noise or it produces sound. So the poet says when he is in bed, when he is lying on his bed, he listens, okay? He listens to the sound or the noise that is created by the rusty door, the rusty hinges, okay? And the poet says that no matter what, I'll open the door one day. So he is very curious. He is very afraid when he hears that sound, but he is also curious. He wanted to find out what is there inside the shade. So the poet says that he will open that door one day. Now let us see the next stanza. There is a dusty old window around at the side with 3 cracked bands of glass. I often think there is someone staring at me. Each time that I pass, I'll peep through that window one day. So the boy, as a small boy, he says that there is a dusty old window. There is means in the shade, okay? In the shade, the shade has an old dusty window, around the side. Dusty means which is covered with full of dust. Okay, so with 3 cracked panes of glass. So the sheet of glass, 3 panes of glass or the 3 sheets of glasses were already cracked. Okay, I often think there is someone staring at me each time that I pass. So the boy, he often thinks that whenever he passes by that shade, he often thinks that there is someone staring at him. But again he says, I'll peep through the window one day. But still then, whatever it may be, whether someone is staring at him or not, one day he will peep through the window and find out what is there inside the shade. I'll peep. Peep means look into. Okay, I'll peep or look into. So he said that he will look into it through the window one day and find out what is there inside the shade. Now let us see the next stanza, that is the third stanza. My brother says there is a ghost in the shade who hides under the wooden floorboards, and if I ever dare to set foot inside, he will jump out and chop off my head, but I'll take a peek one day. So the boy says that. Now here in the third stanza, here we have, okay, there is an introduction of his brother. So the poet has also a brother. So according to the poet, okay, he says that his brother, okay, he has a brother, and his brother has told to him that there is a ghost in the shade, and the ghost hides under the wooden floorboards, a floor which is made of wood, and the wood has already decayed or got rotten. Okay, so according to the brother, the ghost is in the shade and the ghost hides under the wooden floorboards in order to frighten him. Okay, and if I ever dare to set foot inside, he will jump out and chop off my head. So this is what the brother had told to him. So he was told that inside the shade there is a ghost, and the ghost hides under the wooden floorboards. And so if he ever has the courage to set his foot inside, or if he dares to go inside the shade, then who will jump out? The ghost. He means the ghost. Okay, so the ghost will jump out and the ghost will cut off his head. This is what the brother has told to him about the ghost which is in the shade. But in the last line you see, but I'll take a peek one day. So this is said by the poet. The poet says that, but still then, one day he will try to find out. He will try to peek. He will try to peek means to look. He will peep and he will look into it and will find out what is there inside the shade. So his brother has told him about the ghost that lives in the shade, but this poet, or as a small boy, okay, he is willing to, or he is curious to find out what is there inside the shade. So he says that one day he will peep or he will look into the shade. Now let us see the last stanza, that is the fourth stanza. I know that there isn't really a ghost. My brother tells lies to keep the shade for his den. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises, and the spider has been gone from his web since I don't know when. I'll go into the shade one day soon, but not just yet. Okay, so this is the last stanza. Now, here we came to know about the boy. The boy doesn't believe, okay, to his brother's word. The brother has told to him there is a ghost inside the shade, and if you enter or if you try to get inside the shade, then the ghost will jump out, okay, and he will chop off his head, top of your head. So this is what he was told. But last stanza, it is very clear that the boy doesn't believe his brother. So he says that, the poet says that he knows very well that there isn't really a ghost. There is no ghost in the shade. He says that his brother tells lies, or his brother has told him a lie just to keep him away from the shade, so that his brother will make that shade his own. Okay, so that the brother will keep all his things inside the shade, or he will do or the work, or he will play, okay, for or he will use the shade for himself. And this is the reason why the brother has frightened him. But he doesn't believe in ghosts, and he says that his brother has told him a lie. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises. And now the spider has also been gone from his web. So he is not afraid. That is what he says. So lastly, the boy says that he don't know when, okay, when he will get inside the shade, but he's very sure that one day he will go into the shade. But not just yet. Not just yet means he hasn't decided when, okay, when he will get inside, when he will look into the shade through the window. He hasn't decided, but he is very sure that one day he will go into the shade and he will try to find out what is there inside the shade. Okay, so this is the explanation of the poem, a very interesting poem, a very short poem, which is very understandable because it is written in simple words, okay, in simple words. So the explanation of the poem ends from here, okay, ends here. So go through the poem, read through it, okay, you can see the picture, this is the shade. Go through it. If you find any difficult words, take help from the dictionary. Okay, thank you.